My name is Kyla. I'm a mom of 2 boys. Ax, that's my oldest son. He is 2.5 years old, and Ilo, who just turned 1.
My name is Maya, and I am a mommy to a 9-month baby girl named Leah.
My name is Ruthan. I am the mother of 15-month-old Malachi.
Hi, my name is Shadil. I'm a first-time mom to a 4-month-old. Her name is Suri.
I am Keel. I am the mother of an amazing prince. His name is Azai, and he is 16 months at the moment.
If you ask anybody that knows me, since I know myself, I've always said I did not want kids. It's a lot of responsibility. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it. And then I met my fiance. And then all of a sudden, baby fever started. When I found out I was pregnant, I was elated. I was ready.
I had discussions with my partner about having a child, but we decided to postpone that because we were in the middle of a COVID pandemic. I had been having like really bad gas. And I don't know if it was like that female intuition that said, just pick up a test. Before I could even gather myself to leave the bathroom, those 2 lines came up. I was not expecting that.
They gave me 3 pregnancy tests because I was in denial, right? I was having some dissonance understanding what 2 lines on a stick meant in that moment. To be honest, it was just recklessness that led to me becoming pregnant. I actually went to the hospital for one thing, and I ended up finding out that I was pregnant.
I always wanted just a little person as yours to love and mold and grow and help make the world a better place, I guess. Those are all the cliche answers, but it's just what I always wanted. So yeah, I would say we were kind of trying. I thought I had something else and checked it by myself. I was so excited, I couldn't speak. Yeah, it was just real excitement. By the time he came home, it was okay, you need to look at this.
I wasn't planning to get pregnant. I didn't know I could have gotten pregnant because the year before I had fibroids. When I got pregnant, which was unplanned, I was like, oh my gosh.
I prepared myself mentally that this is just what it is. And this is not, you can't give them back. This is 18 years minimum. You're gonna have to do this day in, day out. There are no breaks. Just focus and do it. This is your life now.
The pregnancy, your body is just trying to adjust.
Nobody tells you that your nipples are gonna get super dark. That was where they get dark and they get big. When you really stop and see it, you're like, wow, this is a vast difference.
The physical feeling after giving birth, you kind of have the idea that you will give birth, maybe put on Pampers or pads or whatever for a couple days, and you just have a baby and you go home and you breastfeed and everything is easy. And it was not that. I had an episiotomy. Yeah, they had to cut. He was a big baby. He was 9 pounds. Used to look very pregnant afterwards. For a while, but for me at least.
Having a C-section, trying to hold your baby was kind of difficult during the first week.
Night sweats, so you'd wake up in the night completely drenched. The bed is soaking wet. The stitches, going for checkups after, the ab separations, where your muscles don't really contract back together. None of it was pleasant.
Nobody told me how painful breastfeeding would have been. My nipples were literally cracked, so that was hard. And I had a C-section, and to me the C-section pain was nothing compared to that breastfeeding pain.
Breastfeeding is extremely hard. It's not just, the baby latch on and everything hunky-dory.
One night, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, yo, don't feed the baby, because I had pumped and there was milk in the freezer. I'm like, I need to get this out. And 5 minutes on one side, and I'm like, yo, feel the difference, because this is like a big stone. You cannot press it. And the other one is just...
That first week felt like an extremely emotional roller coaster.
I got postpartum anxiety, where I was very, very scared. I would have very intrusive thoughts, both in the day and in the night, of something bad happening to the baby or something bad happening to people around me and stuff.
I wasn't feeling like myself. Something happening to me and I don't understand what's going on with my body.
I would just be sitting down listening to music that I've always listened to, and I would find myself tears, crying.
I cried. I cried constantly. They tell you your instincts will kick in and you're supposed to know, and I didn't know, and it just absolutely broke me.
I was just crying and feeling frustrated. I couldn't sleep at night. I was having a lot of anxiety, so like a wave and adrenaline. Yeah, contacted my doctor and she was like, you just need to relax. Saying that and doing it are two completely different things.
I think I took like a solid week to connect with my son. I didn't experience that whole love at first sight.
I had to rather channel my thinking into, poor thing don't know what you're doing. He don't know, I don't know, none of we know. We will try until we figure it out.
Every point and every junction you're doing something, you're gonna think outside of yourself now. So you do really sacrifice just how you were before this child.
Children, they literally control your life. Like, my life is literally a schedule.
I constantly thinking about Malachi. I'm constantly thinking that I'm not doing enough because the house is in a mess.
I think that's something people don't tell you. It's very much 24/7. You are a parent and you can't come home and say you had a bad day at work and you're not feeling to be mommy. You're gonna be mommy regardless.
Right now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna cook for him for lunch for tomorrow because what I made today is not enough to last for 2 days, and I'm trying to figure out what I have in the freezer to see if I have to cook a whole meal. It never ever stops.
I don't think I will ever get the quality of sleep that I had before. I'll always be getting up and wondering if she's okay.
I don't get a good night's sleep and I don't get to just come home and take a nap whenever I want to.
I love my baby, but
Like right now, I would really love a massage.
I really miss that self-care.
Just taking care of myself the way I'm accustomed to doing, that has completely gone out the window.
I used to like to get my nails done and I used to like to get pedicures done. Between my nail tech and I, like we could just never find a time.
I'll just be there and be like, oh my gosh, and eat for the day, or and comb my hair and take a shower. You know, I just here.
Eating a snack by myself, I have to share everything.
I miss getting up in the morning, not having to think about anything, and just go in.
I miss the freedom that I had before him. Like, it was just so easy to wake up and just get ready to go to work. I dropped him at daycare for 6, driving 2 hours of traffic. I finished work at 4:45. I rushed to pick him up. My son is going to be sleeping by 8 o'clock because I need to be sleeping by 8 o'clock.
So in the car in particular, I would spend so much time just thinking. Sometimes I wouldn't even listen to music. It would just be like a moment of just quiet and clarity. And no, I haven't had that in a while. My oldest son is a talker, so the entire ride, even if the car ride is 2 hours long, unless he is asleep, he will be talking for the entire ride.
I would love to do more self-care, more facials, more massage. It's just that I just don't think right now it's like practical for me. If I do go out, I have to ask someone to watch him.
It's a lot more planning that has to go into a social life than before. Trying to pinpoint, okay, whose baby staying with? Do they need to stay for the night?
And I keep telling people that I am fine at home. You know what? If you want to come by me and take 2 drinks in the evening after Malachi go and sleep, that's fine, you know, because then when you come, when you're ready, or you go, and I'm right here.
You see, your support system, having that support and that help, just help you really. I think as a mom, you need to have as much as help possible because it could go crazy.
I had help. I had my fiance there with me. I have my mom there with me.
In terms of the support that we get a lot of help, but we really get a lot of help between 8 to 4, like when we have to work. Now that they're getting older, we're starting to leave them longer and later with like our family and stuff.
My mother and my dad both live at this point a minute away from me. I also had my partner who was there making sure I was fed, who helped with the baby.
Single parents, I don't know how they do it.
Being a single mother is hard. Motherhood, I don't think it's something you can do by yourself. As much as I am doing it by myself, I also have a big village that supports me. And even accepting that was hard for me because I also have a lot of, okay, this is your child, you have to be the mommy, you have to do whatever it is. But I mean, you're human at the end of the day and you need to prioritize rest as well.
When her dad comes home and I am exhausted and tired, I'll be like, hey. And he'll take her and feed her and stay with her, and I'll be like, okay, good, I have that time for myself. Like, it's just a relief, a sigh of relief.
I think your first newborn is always going to be extremely difficult. You can't get away from that. You don't know what to expect and it's going to be hard.
Your routine no longer becomes yours. So it's not like you can get up and say, okay, today I'm gonna do this. I have to make sure baby's needs are met first and then I can attend to mine.
You're gonna be thinking so much about this person you created, this life you brought into the world, and you are going to put yourself on the back burner for a while. You're going to have to actively find ways to bring that back into your life, because I mean, it is a very self-sacrificing job being a mom, and I'm sure being a dad too, in their own way, they would have things that they have to give up as well.
But I would say I would do it over again, because that love, you know, that type of love, a mother and a baby love is unexplainable.
It is hard, but it is doable. Once your child okay, mommy consistently there, or even if the father is involved and you'll have a schedule and that y'all could co-parent. At the end of the day, raising your child in a healthy environment, you know, consistency is key, stability is key for your kids.
This is what it's like. This is life with a baby.
Our whole world changed, and you kind of realize, okay, that's just your little world, you know?
They'll be fine. They're small. They'll be fine. Do you remember this age? You don't. They'll be fine.